Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Your son, Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Run them likes up. We need 10,000 likes on this smoke.
Pull up 3 a.m. no time we Snore you this, you that. I know you niggas be wishing a nigga fall off the face of the mat. Shut up, Snore, you fat.
Alright, so boom, man. Y'all been telling me get on these interrogations and things like that. But I was kind of holding off because at the end of the day, yeah, these statements were made and yet they not going nowhere. But they still could not testify for it if they don't want to, what's your name? I think. Ain't that what happened with Von? Dude told, but he later said he don't want to do all that. So they had to let Von walk. That's my whole thinking of the process. Like, they ain't went to trial and did all the justice stuff yet. You know? But without further ado, we got Ksoo's dad in here. So, yeah, I'm going to see what this talking about. I'm going to see if he really said the man.
A couple days of did you see anything on social media posted by your son Hakeem Robinson that concerns you?
Yes, sir.
And what was that specifically?
Welcome to Crime Circus. This video features a man named Blue from Jacksonville, Florida. He's ATK Ksoo's daddy. He is telling everything about his own son.
Let's hear what he has to say for himself.
All right. Mr. Robinson, again, Joel Cooper with State Attorney's Office. Here to take a sworn statement from you. If you would, please raise your right hand. Mr. Robinson, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you can put your hand down. You understand that the oath you just took is just like taking an oath in court, and that if you lie in a material way, that is a felony. It's called perjury, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today, Mr. Robinson, are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medications that would affect your ability to tell the truth?
No, sir.
Any physical or emotional conditions that would affect your ability to tell the truth?
No, sir.
Okay. Has anybody forced you or threatened you in any way to give a statement here today?
No, sir.
And you also understand, giving these statements under oath, freely and voluntarily, that they couldn't be used against you in your case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you need any more time to discuss anything with your attorney, Mr. Rockwell, who's also present?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Robinson, do you have a nickname?
Yes.
And what is your nickname?
Blue.
Do some people also refer to you as Big Dog?
Yes, sir.
Now, in your case that you have pending involving myself, 20 CF 8261, there are multiple other individuals, co-defendants, that are also pending involving that matter. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that includes one of your sons, Abdul Robinson Jr.
Yes, sir.
And what do you call him?
Kareem.
Karim?
Yes, sir.
And that's his middle name?
Yes, sir.
Does he also have other nicknames?
Yeah.
Do people sometimes refer to him as Little Blue?
Yes.
Do they sometimes refer to him as Crazy or K Crazy?
Yeah, Crazy K.
Crazy K. Okay. Hakeem Robinson is also your son?
Yes, sir.
And a co-defendant in your case? Correct?
Yes, sir.
And does he have a nickname?
Oh.
What do you call Hakeem Robinson?
Oh, Keem.
Do all other people also call him Ksoo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker is another co-defendant.
Yes, sir.
What is his nickname?
Skyler.
Okay. And finally, we have Dominique Barner, who is another co-defendant. What is his nickname?
Butter.
How long have you known Dominique Barner?
I've been knowing him I knew his father. I've been kind of knowing him all his life.
Most of his life?
Yes.
Did your family also know Butter? And what I mean by that, does Hakeem Robinson know Dominique?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He knows Dominique Barner?
Yes, sir.
Does Little Blue, Abdul Robinson Jr. know Barner?
Yes, sir.
And does Scotty, Leroy Whitaker, know Barner?
Yes, sir.
And do Hakeem Robinson, Scotty, and Dominique Barner, Butter, all hang out together?
Yes, sir.
Now, going back to January 2020, was your phone number 904-866-2370?
Yes, sir.
Now, the subscriber information for that account came back to a Daryl Watts. Do you know Daryl Watts?
Yes, sir.
Who is Daryl Watts to you?
A friend of mine, a close friend of mine.
Okay. Is he actually deceased?
Yes, sir.
And did he die in end of 2019, approximately?
Yes, sir.
Now, why were you using Daryl Watts' name as the subscriber account name for a phone that you were using?
Well, I was we went and got the phones together. I was a subscriber, user subscriber with the phone.
Like an authorized user?
Authorized user, yeah.
Okay. And so was it common for you to have a phone with Daryl Watts as a subscriber name on the account?
Yes, sir.
Would it also be common if another member of your family had a phone that the account information said Daryl Watts?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to Abdul Robinson Jr.'s arrest, in this case, did he commonly use multiple cell phones?
Yes, sir.
In January of 2020, did Abdul Robinson Jr. use two specific numbers? I'm going to reference one that I think you've seen before as part of your discovery, but 904-624-3684.
Yes, sir.
You recognize that as one of his numbers?
Yes, sir.
An area code 478-491-2831. Do you recognize that number?
Yes, sir.
And is that a phone number that Abdul Robinson Jr. also used?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to Hakeem Robinson's arrest,
What if I call one of them numbers right now? Oh, fuck that. I ain't gonna do that.
he also used multiple cell phones.
Yes, sir.
And was it common for you to speak to Hakeem Robinson over the phone?
Yeah.
And so in January of 2020, was Hakeem Robinson using phone number 904-704-1595?
Yes, sir.
And did he also use phone number area code 478-305-9583?
Yes, sir.
In January of 2020, was Leroy Whitaker's phone number area code 904-803-3671?
Yes, sir.
And again, you communicated with all of these individuals over the phone.
Yes, sir.
Who is, did he want to find out who was responsible?
Yes, sir.
And was that in fact something that, as a family, Hakeem Robinson, Abdul Robinson Jr., that y'all discussed, trying to figure out who was responsible?
Yes, sir.
Was Leroy Whitaker close to?
Not really.
What about Dominique Barner?
I don't think he was close to him. He knew him, though.
But Hakeem Robinson and your other son, Abdul Robinson Jr., were closer to him.
Yeah.
Now, today you're obviously familiar with the person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As it relates to your case.
Yes, sir.
And his nickname.
Yes.
Now, he was shot and killed on January 15th of 2020 at a shopping center on Merrill Road. Are you aware of a song put out prior to him being shot and killed in January 2020?
Yes, sir.
And
Well, what kind of shit they cutting out? Are they cutting out the good shit? The shit that's pertaining to the case.
what was your understanding of what that song was about?
It was a diss song.
So you said a diss song?
Yes. Yeah.
So it was
Talking bad about it.
talking bad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Talking bad. Who brought that song to your attention?
Oh, really social media.
Did Hakeem Robinson know about the song?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever talk to you about the song?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did he feel about the song?
He didn't like it.
What about Abdul Robinson Jr.? Did he ever mention the song to you?
Yes, sir.
How did he feel about it?
He didn't like it either.
Now, going again back to January 15th of 2020, that day, were you called by Abdul Robinson Jr., your son?
Yes, sir.
And was that from a number that you recognized as belonging to him?
Yes, sir.
What did he want?
He wanted me to go pick up Scotty.
Okay, and I know it's hard to just, if you can keep your voice up for me, but you said Abdul Robinson Jr. wanted you to go pick up Scotty.
Yes.
Leroy Whitaker.
Yes.
All right. Did you also get phone calls from Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And what did he want?
Telling me where he was at to come pick him up.
Did he tell you if he was alone or did he have anybody with him?
No, he said him and Buddy was together.
So Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner.
He was next to a crash car.
Did that car crash? Was it on the street or in a yard? Do you remember?
It looked like it was kind of like in a ditch or a yard. It looked like it might have been in like a ditch or something.
So was that near a house?
Yes.
Like in the front yard of a house?
Yes.
And you drove past that.
And both of them had on pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything specific about either one of them?
Yes, with some Mountain Dew pajamas.
Today, do you remember which one had that on?
I think it was Dominique.
Dominique Barner?
I think so.
Did they have anything in their hands as they came out of the house?
Yeah, they had some more clothes in their hand.
Both of them?
Yes, sir.
Immediately concerned for anybody else?
Yes, sir.
And who was that?
Keeman.
And that's Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And why were you concerned for Hakeem Robinson?
So I know that's their little friends circles, and he wasn't there. It was just them.
And so is it common for Hakeem Robinson, Leroy Whitaker, and Dominique Barner to hang out together?
Yes, sir.
And so when he wasn't there, you were concerned for what might be going on with Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Did you express your concern to Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner?
Yes, I kept asking like, where Hakeem at? Or Hakeem, where Hakeem at? I kept asking like, where Hakeem at? And that's when they finally told me he jumped out the car and ran another way.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you just to be careful with your hands in your mouth just because of the recording. Who told you that, did both Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner talk to you about the car that crashed?
Yes.
And what did you mentioned just a moment ago that they said Hakeem Robinson got out of the car?
Yes, sir.
Tell me specifically what, did Dominic Barner say that to you as well?
Both of them said it.
Okay. What do you specifically remember them saying?
That they crashed the car, the police chasing them, and Hakeem jumped out the car. They went one way, he went another way.
Did they say whether or not Hakeem Robinson, Keamy, had anything with him when he jumped out of the car?
Yeah, they say he had a gun with him.
Did Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner mention to you if anything had been left behind in the car after it crashed?
Yep, they said they left a gun in the car behind.
Okay. And did Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner tell you anything about what may have transpired or was going to transpire?
And that's so crazy, because he's telling them not just his son, but his son's friends. Now, I'm knowing he not really caring about his son's friends, because at the end of the day, your child matter most. But hell, he not really caring about his child either. But, I don't know, it's like, the man ain't got no shame in this shit. He ain't trying to, because it's like a two-way street when it comes to this type of shit. You can take that lick for your son, or try to thug it out with your son, or you can take this route he's trying to go, trying to get out of jail free card and go on with his life. I get out of jail free card way, but listen to this. If all this shit he's saying is just 100% truth, that's what we're gonna go off of. We don't know the actual truth. But, like, the man ain't dumb. He like he in his mid-40s to early 50s. He been here a long-ass time. He not dumb. He know what the fuck his son was out there doing. You know what I'm saying? He knew what his son was out there doing. You gotta know someday this type of shit might come. With all that being said, though, why not ride that lick out with your son? Why do this and diminish your son and keep him behind bars for a long ass time? If there was a way for him to get his son out of jail, he should have did that, or could have did that. Or however you want to look at it. Because right now, a Ksoo verse is $100,000 fucking verse. Boy, that boy gonna blow up quicker than Vine. Quicker than goddamn. Just leave it at that. Why not help your son, put your son in the spotlight, and kind of carry the family legacy in a sense, like, cause I highly doubt he gonna get out and be on that same ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? I just highly doubt that.
Fire before the crash.
Like I said, a Ksoo verse.
Before the
Yeah, that's
$1 million
before the
verse.
car crashed. Did Dominic Barner and Leroy Whitaker say anything about what someone in the car maybe was going to do as they fled from the police?
Oh yeah, shoot at the police.
And who was going to specifically be the one shooting?
Came.
And hearing all of that information, were you still concerned for?
Yeah.
For
I was very much concerned.
In addition to that information, did you learn about being shot and killed?
Yes, sir.
And who told you that?
Scotty explained to me that it was a guy that got shot. It was a little while back before this situation at a gas station that made the song.
So Leroy Whitaker was explaining to you it was a person that had been shot once before?
Yes, sir.
And who shot him the time before?
He did.
Scotty?
Scotty.
And the reason was because of a song that he put out?
Yes, sir.
And so when he told you that information, were you aware of who this person was?
Yes, sir.
Having gathered all of that information, and what questions or statements, communication, I guess, did you have with Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner about where Hakeem Robinson was located?
Where he was located
Yeah.
at? I asked him where he was at. I kept, pressing where he was at, and that's when they told me that the young lady had picked him up.
Who told you that?
Scott with Leroy Whitaker.
Okay. And what lady are you referring to? It was your understanding from Scotty that Hakeem Robinson up.
Yes, sir.
Now, within a couple days of the, did you see anything on social media posted by your son, Hakeem Robinson, that concerned you?
Yes, sir.
And what was that specifically?
Oh, it was they call it the story. It's on the story saying that kill a nigga and get his toes done.
And was that depicting Hakeem Robinson?
Say what?
Did that, you said it was on the story, was that like Instagram
Yeah,
story?
Instagram story.
And was that something that was posted by Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
When you saw that, were you upset?
Yes, sir.
Did you try and reach out and speak to Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And when you spoke to him, what did you tell him?
I told him he need to take that shit down.
Did he deny being involved when you told him to take that down?
No.
Now, as part of the discovery in this case, you've had an opportunity with your attorney to watch what I'll refer to as a dash cam video, a video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that?
Yes, sir.
Charles McCormick. Lil Buck.
Jacksonville officers arrested 21-year-old Hakeem Robinson and his father fatally shoot another. Now, according to at the time releasing this surveillance video of the manhunt, police saying the men held a homeowner hostage until they were picked up by another car. Hakeem Robinson is charged. His father is charged with accessory after the fact.
Now, when you watched that video, could you see what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Could you see how the shooter ran?
Yes, sir.
How the shooter moved?
Yes, sir.
Did you also see the firearm that was used?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video of the murder of Charles McCormick, did you recognize the shooter?
Yes, sir.
Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Your son, Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
And obviously he's your son, so you're very familiar with him.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with his height and his build.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with how he...
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, he really went in depth. Like, boy, he put the blame on his fucking son for real. I'm thinking he gonna say to really try to protect Ksoo, but no. I mean, telling is telling at the end of the day. The street dudes don't play that. Even though a lot of them still do it. None of my business. Cool. But he confirmed his height, build, how he ran, and then the detective was like, "So you telling me that?" What? This whole
video, a video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video, could you see what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Could you see how the shooter ran?
Yes, sir.
How the shooter moved?
Yes, sir.
Did you also see the firearm that was used?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video of the murder of Charles McCormick, did you recognize the shooter?
Yes, sir.
Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Your son, Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
And obviously he's your son, so you're very familiar with him.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with his height and his build.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with how he walks and runs.
Yes, sir.
You've seen him move in music videos.
Yes, sir.
Did he have dreads back in 2020, January of 2020?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen him wear hoodies?
Yes, sir.
Is that common for him to wear?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen him wear the hoodie with it pulled up over his dreads?
Yes, sir.
And did that look similar to what was captured in the dash cam video of the murder?
Yes, sir.
And again, as Hakeem Robinson's father, when you look at that video, to you, that is Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
When you watched that video, was there anything about the clothing that also stood out?
No, it was the shoes, though.
And what was familiar about the shoes?
No, I hadn't seen them gray and white Jordans before.
On who?
On Hakeem.
Okay, so you've seen Hakeem Robinson with shoes that appeared to you to be the same as what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
He probably talking about them gray and white 12s. Them common.
Anything about the
Anybody
firearm
can
look
get them.
familiar to you?
Oh, yeah, it looked like I seen them.
And it was like 2019 or 2020, January 2020. A lot of stuff was sitting, so anybody could walk in the mall and get them. A lot of stuff was bricks.
Video before.
You believe you've seen that firearm on what?
Them low-key
Video?
bricks.
What kind of video?
Music video.
Do you remember the name of the music video?
Bang It Out.
Now, when that music video was
Ksoo, bang it out.
recorded, were you actually present?
Yes, sir.
And was Hakeem Robinson in that video?
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson in that video, was he holding two different firearms?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you recall what one of the firearms was?
Draco.
All right. And then the second firearm, was that could you describe it? What color was it?
Black,
Okay.
short.
Okay. And is that the firearm, the black short firearm in that video, that you believe to be the same or similar firearm that you saw in the dash cam video of the murder?
Yes, sir.
Now, since you were present for the filming of the banging out videos, were the two firearms, the Draco and the short black firearm Hakeem Robinson had, were they real firearms?
Yes, sir.
And did Hakeem Robinson have that short black firearm that was depicted in the video prior to the death of Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir.
After Charles McCormick was shot and killed, did you ever see Hakeem Robinson with that firearm, that short black firearm again?
No, sir.
Did you still see him with the Draco?
Yes, sir.
Now, during this case, Abdul Robinson Jr., he was arrested last, correct?
Yes, sir.
Prior to him getting arrested, was he aware that there was an arrest warrant outstanding for him?
Yes, sir.
And once he was aware of that, did he flee Florida and go to another state?
Yes, sir.
And he was trying to hide from law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
Do you also know a person? And so, has he ever been to your house in Brown Jersey Court before?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all the questions I got, Mr. Robinson. Thank you.
Why does lawyer look like, I don't know why he did all this. We could have beat this case. We could have beat this motherfucking case. I'm not trying to laugh, but look at his lawyer. His lawyer even look disappointed, bro. Man, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. Cause he still got a chance to come. I don't know Florida law, bro. I barely know Indiana law. I'm gonna keep it all the way hot with y'all. But Ksoo beat this. Boy. If Ksoo beat this, it's a long shot though. That's crazy, man. I don't know. I ain't never been put in this position, but I know how I am. If I know I'm doing like dirt, wrong shit, I get caught, I'm gonna take that to the chin. I don't do dirt. You know what I'm saying? I don't do dirt. Be alone a lot of the time. So it's like the man I am today, I just can't see myself in somebody's interrogation room, somebody's courthouse, somebody's jailhouse. What I'm trying to get to is though, as a man, I just can't see myself throwing my kid, my seed. You came out these nuts, nigga. Yeah. Under the bus like that, man. Let them folks do their job. Get paid $60,000, $70,000 a year to do that particular job. You just gave them the meanest alley-oop. Yeah, y'all might sit in that little county house for a little bit longer. But sure enough, let them do their job. Because they probably ain't really have much. They probably ain't had much on Ksoo at all. How you think they was in the interrogation room just, oh, so that was him? Oh, okay, dang. Oh. And you really know that was your son. We didn't know it was him because his face was all, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even know. He confirmed it. No, that's Ksoo's height, build, weight, how he runs, sloppy, like, giving them like very particular details about his son. But anyway, man, let me know how you feel about this whole situation. I'm gonna end it off on this. If you had a son and y'all in this type of predicament, what you doing? I just told you what I do in this particular. Throw my son under the bus. Can't see myself throwing my son under the bus. Yeah, but what you doing in this type of situation? And that was your boy Snorm gone, man.